In the localities on the property where we didn't have access to bore water for the cattle, we used to grow wheat virtually continuously, and at one stage one particular block had grown about 16 crops of wheat and 2 crops of sorghum in 20 years. We ran into problems with nitrogen levels and low quality wheat. And it was about that time that the knowledge of using urea to get nitrogen for the wheat came about, so we started using urea. That improved the quality of the wheat, but I think on hindsight it also brought in this problem that we must have had nematodes, but we didn't know. But once we increased the amount of wheat that we were growing, the bigger root systems then multiplied the nematode problem. It was a crop of gacha wheat in 1971 that woke us up that there was something seriously wrong with our system, and particularly, as it turned out, with the variety gacha, because at the same paddock the gacha was a failure. We had Algerian oats for seed, and it yielded 60 bushels to the acre, as against gacha's 10 bushels. Nev Douglas and I persisted with the DPI and the wheat research people that there was more than just nutrition was the problem, and eventually when they started trial work they come up with the answer that it was nematodes were causing the trouble. From there on, from about 1977, the Queensland Wheat Research Institute, as it was then, have had access to land here where they actually promote nematodes to do their trial work with, and they then experiment with different varieties, different rotations and different crops to see what the effect is from nematodes. It's mainly been all focused on nematodes, but it's taken them a lot of time to develop a knowledge of other crops. One of the outstanding things we've found in the recent times is that barley is not badly affected by nematodes, but it leaves big numbers of nematodes in the ground. And the same can be said of some of the other crops. They may not be badly affected, but they still host nematodes, so they don't reduce the number of nematodes in the ground.